We're back with Master Gardener Ed Sourdiffe. We're talking about tips for making our holiday plants last and so much more, but there's a neat little twist in one of these plants you wanted to talk about.
Yes, I forgot to mention, and it's really important. If somebody has a cyclamen at home.
And this is a cyclamen.
This is a cyclamen like we talked earlier. When you do pick it out, make sure you get a lot of these little buds here, so not all just in bloom, but the buds coming up, and that'll last longer for you. But towards April, if you did everything right with this cyclamen, you didn't overwater it, it was in the right light, you're going to find your cyclamen is actually turning yellow and dying back. Now, it does that on purpose because this cyclamen is actually evolved in the Mediterranean, and so in the summer, it gets too hot and dry, there's too much sun, no water, so the cyclamens learn to just go dormant, go underground, and wait until the time is right to come back in. So if it dies back like that, just put it in a cool, dry place, and then in August, take it out, and then just give it a tiny bit of water, and it'll start going and giving up flowers and foliage.
So your plant's just napping?
Yeah, just like an amaryllis, and you can keep them year after year after year, and they'll get bigger and bigger for you.
And let's move on to what I think is the most popular plant this time of year, the poinsettia or settia, potato potato. What do we need to know about these plants?
Okay, this is a poinsettia plant, and actually with all plants, if you know where they evolved, it actually will help you out. This is actually a native of southern Mexico, so this plant will like a lot of sun, full sun, and if you want to open that one up, we have a different one in there.
Now, how does one go about this?
Well, as long as you make sure the top,
open the top.
Yeah, and then you can either rip it open or you can just push it up from the bottom if you'd like.
I'm going to rip it open.
Okay, there you go. And just be careful because...
was this nice? Were you planning on giving this to somebody?
Well, not now.
Oh, good, because I'm ruining it for you. Here we go.
But actually, as you can see, poinsettias come in great colors now. I mean, we have this pink, or pinkish red with this like frosting on it. This is a beautiful color of almost a burgundy. So they come in a variety of colors. The actual flower on a poinsettia is not the red part. This is just, if you look closely, the red part.
They're leaves.
Yeah, it's just a leaf that turned red. And you can see here's one that's turning over here. It's going from green to red. The flower is actually the little yellow part right in the center. So when you go by them, make sure that that's intact, not that it's gone by and you just have the brack. You want to have a healthy plant. So now here again, you want full sun. Let the temperatures in your house. You want to, don't let it get too much water, like sit in water all the time. Just when you touch the soil and it feels slightly dry, that's when you do water a poinsettia.
Ed, we've got about a minute left. Take me through the Christmas cacti.
Okay, now the Christmas cactus. This is actually, oops, sorry about that.
Don't have them fall. That's not good for the cactus.
The Christmas cactus actually evolved in the mountains of Brazil near the coast where it gets cool. The ocean breezes come up, bring moisture up to the mountains where they are, and they get watered. So this is not a desert plant. People always confuse it and think that, well, I can't water my Christmas cactus at all. But you want to keep it watered just slightly moist all the time. You can actually see, it's kind of interesting. If you look at the flower, it's like a long tube. So it's actually fertilized by, or pollinated by hummingbirds. Just like we have, and that's why they have that long beak to get in there. So this guy, you just want to keep it slightly cooler. It can do really well in any environment. It wants indirect light, and it just wants that little bit of water. The thing that's the worst thing for the Christmas cactus is that if you overwater it, and it just gets waterlogged, then you'll see it'll start shriveling up, it'll lose its roots and everything, and it won't be a good thing.
Now, Ed, we're out of time, but I think really quick we should just talk about these wreaths that you made. Excellent job. Do you do this yourself?
No, I didn't actually do these.
Good. Good. But you know, everything can really accent the season. These huge pine cones, there's so many different things you can do. Thank you so much for swinging by today. Pleasure chatting with you. More information at mymassappeal.com. And coming up, whether you're looking for comfort